Greetings everyone. Today we'll do maxima programs on complex analysis. So there are many maxima programs on complex analysis, but in particular we'll take the Milne-Thomson method applied for construction of analytic functions. So first we'll look at the theory part related to that. Milne-Thomson method, hope we remember the Argand diagram which connects the complex numbers Cartesian coordinates to the polar coordinates. So Z is equal to x plus iy, where our x and y can be expressed in terms of Z and its conjugate. So Fz is equal to uxy, the real and imaginary component. In that, using Milne-Thomson method, our x becomes z and y becomes 0. Okay, so now we have some 6 questions here where real part is given. We are asked to construct the analytic function, and when imaginary part is given, we are asked to find the analytic function. We'll just choose one question among this. The first one, u is equal to e raised to x multiplied with x cos y minus y sin y. Since this is u, what we do is we partially differentiate u with respect to x. When we partially differentiate u with respect to x, our y is a constant. So we go for product rule. First function into derivative of second, the second function into derivative of first. So e raised to x into derivative of the second one is cos y, plus the second function into e raised to x derivative is e raised to x. So we get 3 terms. Similarly, we partially differentiate u with respect to y. Similarly, we get another 3 terms. Then to construct the analytic function, we start with f dash z. F dash z value is given in the sufficient conditions of Cauchy-Riemann equations as dou u by dou x plus I dou v by dou x. And now we have only v. We don't have u. We have only u. We don't have v. So we replace dou v by dou x using Cauchy-Riemann equations by its equivalent component in terms of u, which is minus dou u by dou y. So we write both dou u by dou x and dou u by dou y values here, and we can see how complicated f dash z is, because we know if we need f z, we have to integrate f dash z to reach f z. And the integration process is very difficult because in our single integral, we have 2 variables in it. Okay, so we apply Milne-Thomson method where x is converted to z and y is converted to 0. So as a result, we will have e raised to z cos 0 plus z cos 0 minus this totally becomes 0 minus I e raised to z minus this also becomes 0 because of sin y. Second term becomes 0, third term, all the 3 terms in the second bracket become 0. So we are left only with e raised to z into 1 plus z, as cos 0 is 1. Now f z, on integrating this term with respect to z, we get f of z. So f of z, we apply integration by parts, and where we choose 1 plus z as a first function and e raised to z as a second function. We integrate and we get 3 terms. In the 3 terms, the first term e raised to z and third term minus e raised to z will get cancelled. So we end up in getting f of z is equal to z e raised to z plus c. So this is how we find the analytic functions using the Milne-Thomson method. Now we'll have a look at the maxima programs. The same question, maxima program, the sum given to us is e raised to x into x cos y minus y sin y. We store that function in u. Then we differentiate u with respect to x and we store it in f1. Then we differentiate u, the same function given with respect to y. All this differentiation is partial differentiation. We partially differentiate u with respect to y and store it in F2. Then what we do is we apply the Milne-Thomson method for F1 alone by substituting x is equal to z and y is equal to 0 in F1 and store it in F3. Then we substitute x is equal to z, y is equal to 0, the Milne-Thomson method in F2 and we store it in F4. So now forget about F1 and F2, F3 and F4 we have removed the complication of solving the integrating the integral with two variables. We have now, as of now, we have only one variable, x is equal to z. Y we have made it 0. So we have already applied Milne-Thomson method. So what we further have to do is integrate the two terms. So we integrate the first term, that is f3, with respect to z minus, if minus is given in the question, minus, we integrate f4 with respect to z to get the solution. Since we need to see all these values, we have replaced dollar with colon. If you put colon, we can see all these values. If you replace it with dollar, and if you need only the final output, then you can replace all these colons with dollar and get only the final output. So we can see our final answer is z minus 1 into e raised to z plus e raised to z plus c. Here you can see minus e raised to z and plus e raised to z will get cancelled, giving the solution as z e raised to z plus c. So this is how we do the maxima program to construct the analytic function using Milne-Thomson method. So the second question also, we have got the output. We have got the output as 2z minus z cube plus c. So all these questions we have got output. This is how we do the maxima. I hope you have understood. Thank you.